Welcome to solverfy.
Hello students, the question also is, why is life difficult to define? Life is difficult to define because it encompasses a wide range of characteristics and processes that are present in the living organism, and there is no single definition that can capture all aspects of life. As different organisms exhibit different features and function. Also, some non-living systems may exhibit certain characteristics of life which further complicates the definition of life. Another question also is, what are the basic chemical differences that distinguish living from non-living system? The basic chemical differences that distinguish living from non-living organisms is the presence of complex organic molecules such as proteins, nucleic acids, carbohydrates, and lipids. Further, living organisms possess high degree of organization and compartmentalization with specialized structures which are called as organelles that perform specific function. Also, living organisms are capable of metabolism, growth, reproduction, and response to stimulus, which are not observed in non-living systems. Another question asked is, describe the hierarchy or organization of life. How does this organization lead to the emergence of new properties of different levels of biological organization? The hierarchical organization of life begins with atoms and which combine to form molecules, and molecules then form macromolecules such as protein, carbohydrates, lipids, nucleic acids, etc. And these macromolecules come together to form organelles, which are the functional units of the cells. And the cells, in turn, these are the basic units of life. And can combine to form tissue, and which then in turn combine to form the organ, and organs work together in an organ system. And organ systems, different organ systems work together to form an organism. An organism in turn can be a part of the populations. Populations make up communities, and communities make up ecosystem, and finally the biosphere. And this organization leads to the emergence of new properties at different levels of biological organizations, because the interactions between components at each level give rise to unique characteristics and functions that are not present in the individual components alone. Another question also is, what is the relationship between heredity and variation in reproductive biological systems? Heredity refers to the transmission of genetic information from one generation to another generation, while the variations or the differences in genetic information between individuals of the same species. And in reproducing biological systems, heredity ensures that offspring inherit traits from parents, while variation allows for the existence of diverse traits within the population, and which can be acted upon by natural selection and lead to evolution. Another question asked is how animals, plants, and fungi obtain their nutrients, or how do they do the nutrition. Animals obtain their nutrition by ingesting other organisms, which include animals as well as plants, while the plants obtain their nutrition by a process of photosynthesis, in which they convert sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water into glucose, oxygen, while in case of fungi, they obtain their nutrition through absorption and they secrete enzymes that break down organic matter in their environment and then they absorb the nutrients released from those organic matter. Another question also is how do we distinguish between the terms hypothesis, theory, paradigm, and scientific fact? Hypothesis is the proposed explanation for a phenomena that can be tested through experimentation and observation, while in case of theory, it is a well substantiated explanation of some aspect of natural world that is based on body of evidence and has been repeatedly tested and confirmed. And paradigm is a widely accepted framework or model that guides scientific research and shapes our understanding of a particular field, while the scientific fact is an observation that has been repeatedly confirmed and accepted as true. Another question asked is contrast between proximate causality versus ultimate causality. Proximate causality are refers to the immediate factors that influence a biological process or trait, and it can be this hypothesis of proximate causality can be tested through experiments that manipulate or measure the immediate factors involved, while the ultimate causality refers to the evolutionary process for the existence of a trait or behavior, and it can be tested through comparative studies, phylogenetic analysis, and other methods that examine the evolutionary context of a trait. I hope you found the video useful. Thank you.